You probably know Mike Lindell better as the MyPillow guy, but Lindell's story is more than the success of his business. It's a story of addiction, then recovery, and a passion for the pro-life cause. For this week's Pro-Life Focus, I sat down with Mike Lindell in Hollywood at the Unplanned movie premiere. We are here. It is almost at the premiere. You are an executive producer of the film. I know you made a generous contribution and you have a role in it.
Yeah, it's been epic. It's surreal today.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. And I know that you have been so open about your journey with drug addiction. And here we are. It's been about a decade since then.
Yeah, I just had my 10-year anniversary.
Congratulations, congratulations. Can you just speak to that and just the preciousness of each and every life and what you've learned about that in your journey?
Yes, I can. I've got 4 kids, I've got grandkids, nieces and nephews, and I never understood the whole concept of abortion, And me, I come from a crack cocaine addiction. I quit everything January 16, 2009. But then it started opening my eyes to different things and even, politics, different politics. I'm going, what's going on? What's wrong with our country? Where are we going, this path we're going down? And then I got a call, for this movie, and we were leaving for Israel, actually, and we got a call and said, yeah, we prayed. These producer guys called me and said, yeah, we prayed about it, and we think, or we said, you're going to be in our movie. I said, well, I haven't prayed about it. And so me and my gal Kendra, we got off the phone and prayed about it. I said, well, what's it about? And I've always been pro-life, and I'm going, I didn't understand, how can you murder, kids? So we called him back, and I said, yes. I said, and I said, so this is a true story. And they go, yeah. That meant a lot to me. It wasn't just trying to get a this is the real deal. Okay, this is fact. Okay, and you have someone that seen it all with their own eyes and what was going on, someone that high up. It would just, the pieces fit perfect. And then I said, what, how much does he spend on this? Because I wanted to make sure if I was going to have a part in it, I wanted to make sure it was a good movie, not just some movie with a great message that wasn't a good movie.
High quality.
It had to be high quality for me. I'm going, and I love the message. They said, no, it's going to be high quality. And I said, well, do you have enough money, blah, blah, blah. And they go, and I said, they said, well, we could use $1 million. I said, I'll put $1 million in. And that was a real quick decision. Like, well, I find out later that that's what they were short. It was a miracle. They needed it that day or something. So it was,
and that was your decision to give that donation.
Yeah, and it was real fast. It wasn't like, it was out here, I'm going to wire you the money and we'll sign the contracts later. That was God telling me to do it. I knew it was right. It felt right. Everything felt right. Now, did I know where we'd be at today after this was made? And I'm going, wow, you can't, God's timing on this, whereas this is a focal point of what's going on in New York. And now we're not just, they're killing unborn, they're killing born.
What is your hope for this film?
My hope for this film is, yes, to get to, wipe out abortion once and for all, and where you look back someday and you say, wow, can't believe we were this society did that. Like you look back on other things, you're going, how could a society move that? But also, I really believe so many people are going to be saved because of this film. The people that have gotten abortions that watch it, and they're going to go, wow, and they're going to find Jesus through that. I really do. We've got a help thing at the end of the film where they can go out and get, because I think people have lived with that inner guilt and pain and just hit it down there. And when this is going to release that, and they're going to need,
resources.
I think it's a gateway. I think it'll be a gateway to help, to Jesus. I really do. I think it'll be a gateway. It'll be more than just wiping out abortion. It's going to save people, save their souls for eternity. You're not just saving babies, you're saving souls.
You do so much work in the inner city. You do a lot of inner city outreach. Do you think this film is going to reach them? And what message do you hope reaches the inner city in particular?
But I spent a lot of time in the inner city with my crack cocaine addiction, and this is, I read some statistics. It's horrible with the inner city abortions, even worse than the numbers, just staggering compared. When you prorate it. Well, and I think that's where you're going to reach the most. And I really hope that this, that things. I'm working with the addiction and with all these things, and this is just another piece of that puzzle to get people completely healed and to get that, you know, it's a revival. I think of it as a revival, and it's get people healed. You need to be healed. All these, you know, the wounds, you know, that people have. When I was a crack addict, I didn't go in to get, you know, to get shamed or shamed. I went in when I got help. You got, you know, why are you addicted in the first place? And what are these, you know, what are these things, you know, these inner wounds? And I just think that this is going to, like I said before, it's going to save so many people that have went through that, where they can be forgiven, forgive themselves, and then know that Jesus forgives them, and release that.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the main thing that needs to be, that this movie is going to, like I said, not just save babies and the physical human, but save souls.
Well, I hope this film reaches everyone who needs to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your work and for your time.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on.